What's up, guys? I'm Joe. Today I'm talking about the new Greta Van Fleet EP, From the Fires. So Greta Van Fleet are back with a double EP. It's featuring the first 4 tracks they released previously on their first EP, plus some 4 new ones. A band I've been kind of wanting to talk about. I jumped on the reviewing train a little late to review that first EP, but I had been thinking of just doing it anyway because I just wanted to talk about them. But I'm glad I waited for this one to come out. So there's some more tracks here and there's a lot more to add to my initial thoughts. So my sort of problem with this band had been that they just sound so much like Led Zeppelin. First track I heard, Highway Tune, it's getting some popularity. It just really, came across like they were just mimicking that style. You have this twangy, kind of bluesy riff. It sounds like the strings are bending much in the way that Jimmy Page is accustomed to doing with his riffs. For an example, look at a song like The Rover. Kind of hear that twangy, bendy style. The vocalist big time sounded like Robert Plant, not just in the way the voice itself sounds, but like the mannerisms and the sort of quirks that Robert Plant has in his vocal style, whether it's in Highway Tune with this band here, that, opening kind of moaning type thing, or ooh baby, oh mama, stuff like that at the end of lines or in between that kind of serve as placeholders that Robert Plant was, really big on doing. Or even like those kind of high-pitched sort of epic wails and stuff like that. And just, the vocals just very much mimic Plant on songs like Highway Tune, songs like Safari Song. The rhythm section doesn't quite stack up to Led Zeppelin. I mean, it's not really fair to say that they should be as great as Led Zeppelin was, but I mean, when you have the two front players, mostly getting the job done as far as, following that signature sound, it's easy to compare. I mean, but here, I mean, the bass, it has some wandering type bass lines that remind me of John Paul Jones at times. And the drums are solid and they hold down the beat well, like John Bonham is known for, but don't quite pack that punch. So really, I had been grappling with the fact, how much is too much as far as, wearing your influences on your sleeve. I mean, every musician incorporates the influence of bands they grew up loving. But at what point do you cross the line? And I had been sort of leaning towards maybe this is too much. I was also torn because I was just excited to see music like this getting some popularity. It was really cool to see a brand new band come out in 2016, 2017 and get popularity off of playing 70s style blues rock, hard rock type stuff. And that's just really exciting. So that had me torn, and those first 4 songs definitely are all in the vein of just that one Zeppelin kind of influence. But what's nice about this EP, I feel like these 4 new songs show the band kind of branching out a bit from that, which is definitely a good sign. Because that's another thing, those 4 songs aren't bad. Highway Tune's a good song, Safari Song's a good song. I like Led Zeppelin. So obviously if you pull it off, which they pretty much do, it's going to make for good songs, but I do like that these newer tracks are branching off quite a bit. Now, these new songs are definitely still in that 70s rock, 60s rock kind of vibes, but they are expanding quite a bit. You're hearing other influences on here, maybe some Jimi Hendrix, the Doors, as far as some psychedelic elements go that they've added in. Edge of Darkness is a big standout for me. Probably my favorite song now at this point from this band. And that kind of reminded me of Hendrix, that kind of slow-burning, bluesy type feel. The way the guitar lines sort of dance over everything in the chorus, and the vocal performance here is just great. Even here the vocals kind of expanding away from that Robert Plant thing just a bit. The singer Josh Kiska just kind of showing that he has a sort of voice of his own here. Another big standout for me is Talk on the Street. Definitely a 70s sounding song, but getting away from the just strictly Led Zeppelin vibe here. Those Zeppelin influences they stay throughout the EP, but here getting into some new territory. This isn't something you would hear automatically and be like, this sounds like Led Zeppelin. The guitar leads are so great in the chorus area and stuff like that. And they remind me of a sort of 70s rock along the lines of maybe Kansas or Boston or Blue Oyster Cult, stuff like that. This one really is a big standout for me as well. A change is going to come, at times will maybe remind you of a Led Zeppelin type ballad, Since I've Been Loving You comes to mind. But I feel like this adds a sort of soulful aspect to it. It's got some roots in soul music, especially the way the singer Josh is just, belting some of these parts out. It's really impressive. And Meat on the Ledge, another slow burner, but, adds a folky kind of vibe, or an even southern rock tinged kind of sound to it, which overall makes for a really good EP. I like the fact that the band is expanding their sound out of, just the very strict Zeppelin influence. I do enjoy those songs. Like I said, they're good songs. I just had been worried about how far can you really go with that very specific sound. So it's nice to see them taking other 60s and 70s influences throughout this EP. It has me pretty excited for whenever their debut album will come out. I guess this wouldn't be considered it. I've seen it advertised as a double EP. I don't really know. It could be an album. It's over like a half hour long. I'm happy to see them expanding quite a bit, taking in some other influences. It's exciting to see a young band coming up and getting a little popular off of playing 70s type hard rock. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm going to give this EP a 3.5 out of 5. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe, check out some more reviews, some more videos, and thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.